Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FCM36PAK40, otherwise just known as the PAK40. It's a tier 3 French premium light tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Lakeville, and this one is under the command of Fenrisulv of the Farts clan. Yes, I think there's endless jokes there. Okay, well, it's actually a German tank destroyer. They only built 10 of them, and they built them around 1943, and they were used, but they were eventually destroyed. They're actually featuring a PAK40 gun, which is a 75mm German gun. So these were German tank destroyers, but they've been put on the French tech tree to enable the wargaming to actually have something which they could actually sell as French, as a premium. Now, they're capable of 110 alpha, as you can see here, with standard ammo. They'll go through 98 to 91mm of armor, and with the premium rounds, they're actually capable of 126mm. But remember, this is a tier 4 game with tier 3 tanks, so most of the tanks it's coming up against have very light armor indeed, and standard ammo should be enough to take them down. Now, one of the fast things about this is the rapid fire rate. It's actually a lot quicker than most people realize. 3.61 seconds is the standard reload. 3.38 is what we're showing here. Okay, that was probably a penetration shot there. He fires two in the same direction. Now, the enemy do have Arty. They've got an SU-26, which of course is the popcorn catapult of death. It's actually very efficient, but he can pump out a lot of ammunition at our guys. Yep, that one went into the cupola and probably into the turret. Can't see that guy, he's hiding. But the Panzer III Aslains J is risking a lot. The thing about the SU-26 Arty, though, by the way, is he can fire over a very long range. So we might actually get shots fired at us. Now, the bad thing about the PAK40 is that it only has gun shields around the actual vehicle, which are very, very thin indeed. In fact, they're so thin that anything will go through, basically. So you really don't want to get hit if you can help it. 40mm is the heaviest armor on the front of the vehicle, 20 on the sides and the rear. The actual FCM36, which was a French light tank, which was designed mid-war, or between the wars, in 1936, was a fairly decent tank in terms of armor, but it wasn't enough to keep up with the German tanks, and of course a lot of them were captured by the Germans after the fall of France. You can see our M5 Stuart up there is taking a lot of shots from a Lux, who's just over the other side of the bottleneck. I know he's a light tank and he's supposed to spot for us, but that's probably a little too close because, of course, he is getting hit. If he keeps popping up like that, the Lux is going to take him and have him for dinner. Now, it does have an insane view range, this one. 400 meters is the view range, which is why you can just about see the bottleneck from as far away as here. Just have to listen for that rumble, that roar, every time the Arty fires, because it might be headed in our direction. The last shell was actually fairly close by. He's just spotted that the enemy has come down the lake road, and they're actually approaching our cap from the lake itself. We've got a Lux, that might be the same Lux. I'm not sure it is actually, I think it's a different one. But whilst our concentration's taken away from that Lux, and our Matilda's going off to deal with him, you can hear the enemy Arty rounds are now trying to hit our teammate at the back. So we've got an Arty there. Oh, there's Panzer III. Takes him round in the side. Can we go for a kill shot? Yep, there's the first kill. Now, most people who buy this premium end up getting disappointed with it because, of course, if you're out in the open, you're likely to get killed very quickly because that's very weak armor. Nice shot at long range. The problem is that most people park in an obvious place and then they get taken out fairly easy. I buy Arty because they have to stay still in order to get their shots on the enemy, or they get taken out by enemy tank with the ability to shoot machine gun shells which go through those side armor. But the side armor, which looks kind of like a bucket around this big PAK40 gun. And it is a big gun, but it's also a very ferocious gun in terms of the amount of damage it can do. Unfortunately, the enemy have broken through. They're through our lines, and now we're getting shells onto a T6 medium. And you can see we're easily penetrating his turret with just standard ammo. Now, the enemy didn't get very far, and only the Fenrisulv1 is still alive in that group that flooded through. And I'm not sure he's going to live very long, because we do have a Matilda up front. But over here, we do have an enemy tank approaching our cap area. Now, I'm not sure he saw us, but it is a Valentine 80, and there's another one coming up from the Lake Road, trying to sneak in by the back door, you might say. Okay, so we're going to watch these two. There's the M8A1. It really would help, actually, if our M8A1 would actually watch whilst we do the shooting at long range. First one goes into a Samur. It's actually the Panzer S35. It's the German version of Samur. Oh, and there's the Valentine anti-tank. Now, ideally, you would aim for the gun shield on that guy, because he's got very thin armor. But these shells are just carving straight through the hull, except for that last one. And he has gone down. We just can't see the Panzer S35 at the moment, or the Panzer Spy Aslains. There he is. Got another one. He only got 2 hit points, that guy. But now he's out the game. That's the 3rd kill. There's an M8A1 who's just hiding on that corner. Our Panzer 38 is moving up to try and get shots, and unfortunately he's getting torn to shreds. And he's gone. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. He only needed to get closer to actually spot. And now we've got the enemy PAK40 coming into view. That shot went over the top of him, and he doesn't want to get too close to the bush. But you notice that shot was a good hit, and the target's destroyed. Now we've got the enemy M8A1, and another one to kill, please. And there's the kill. That's 4 kills. And there's only 3 enemies left, but there's only 2 left on our team. There's the Panzer S35. He pulled back, but we were spotted. So somebody on the enemy team has managed to sneak up, and I think it might be the Panzer Aslains, who may have got round the other side of that rock, and that's what he's working on the basis of. Ideally, you want to actually use that that vehicle, the smoking vehicle, as cover. I'm not sure that it's a good idea to go hunting him, because then you would be obvious to the Panzer S35 if he's waiting for you to move out. And he has moved out from cover now, trying to get across the gap. Is he around this side? Well, it appears not, but he might be further back. So we're going to be very cautious and try and just pop up here on this bush. And there he is. Okay, now gun depression is, I think it's 10 degrees, if I remember correctly. 8 degrees. Hello. 1 round in. Go for the kill shot. Oh, didn't get it. Next one. Yep, got it this time. And now there's only 2 left on the enemy team. They've still got their Su-26, but they've still got that Panzer Aslains. And the problem about him is he's a very good player. I can tell that because he's actually blue. Not that he's blue because he's a bad player because he's been killing his own teammates. He's blue because he is good. And look at this. Enemy Arty is now starting to shoot at us, but not from the valley. He's actually shooting from us from the town. So that Panzer Die is actually, there he is. No. Go for it. Take him out from here. That's it. Let it fall in. Good hit. Go for the kill. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Now we can drive forward because the enemy Arty is outside in the town. Unfortunately, our Matilda is getting hit by that Su-26. But we ought to be driving forwards because we can hunt the popcorn catapult of doom. We've got 5 kills. If we get this one, The next one, it is a Top Gun. I'm pretty certain that the Su-26 is in the town. Now, if he's smart, he would actually try to pick an ambush spot where he can actually take that Matilda out with one accurate shot. Trouble is, he doesn't quite have quite a good view range, whereas this thing does. this tank has much more view range, and there he is. He is near the town. We can see him. He's been spotted, and one shot in, takes the kill, Top Gun, and wins the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Fenrisulv in the FCM36PAK40. He managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, in fact he got 11, and he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, as well as a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. His win rate from the game, 12,438, which is super unicum and a lot more. And of course, very unusually, the PAK40 survived the entire battle. You saw the enemy FCM PAK40 didn't survive very long once he was out in the open because other tanks were able to shoot at him. And in order to watch all the results, you have to scroll the page. Actually, it's one of those games where he hits so many of the enemy that it's a big page. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage was 1,858 hit points, and that was more than 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage in the game turned out to be the M5 Stuart on the enemy team, who managed 967, followed by the Matilda on our team, who also got a steel wall and 926 hit points of damage. So obviously he survived the battle, having received at least 11 hits from the enemy. When it came to kills, we can see the highest number was, Fenrisulv got 6. Or Fenrisulv, I should say, get it right. 4 kills went to the Matilda, and 3 also to the M8A1 on the enemy team, and 3 kills went to the M8A1 on our team and the M5 Stuart on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, Fenrisulv is the only one to get over 1,000 base. He got 1,426. With the second place going to the Matilda with 642, followed by the M8A1 with 522. He fired 34 rounds in that game, it's a lot. 25 direct hits on the enemy, 21 penetrations, 1,858 hit points, of which 868 were at more than 300 meters. Those were the shots that were actually fired towards the bottleneck, but even the last shot in the game was over 300 meters. That was on the Su-26. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 10 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 352 hit points of spotting assist or damage assist in that one. He also managed to get 6 defense points when he reset the cap when one of the enemy tanks was sitting in it at the time. On a premium count, he actually made 99,985 credits profit from that game, including a 55,000 mission completion bonus and 25 bonds for another mission achievement. And on top of that, 14,117 experience points, and he got another mission completion for 8,556. So a massive round. You don't normally see FCM36PAK40 games like this. They're rare because most people who play the PAK40 play it wrong. But Fenrisulv actually played it exactly right. You hide back from the enemy so they can't see you, and then they can't shoot at this horrible screen around the PAK40 gun, which is so thin it will let through anything. And of course, that's the weak spot of the vehicle. But so long as you're hidden from their view, they can't do that. And that was the mistake that the enemy PAK40 made, because once he could actually come around that corner, he was just such a big target that Fenrisulv couldn't miss him with one shot. He didn't get the kill because somebody else quickly got in there to try and take it away from him. But he did what he needed, and he got a Top Gun by getting 6 kills. If he had taken the PAK40, he wouldn't have been able to go for a Radleys, because you can't get a Radleys at tier 3. But he got a fantastic result, and that was a really action-filled battle. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like. do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.